Surrey avoided the follow-on and then, thanks largely to Stuart Meeker, took 7 Somerset wickets on the third day of the LV County Championship match at the Kia Oval to set up the last one very nicely indeed. The penultimate day of this thrilling match began with Surrey on 286 for 6, still needing 77 more runs to avoid that follow-on, and Gareth Batty and Tom Maynard's early partnership went some way to doing that. Maynard resumed his innings on 63, and with this 6 off George Dockrell, he looked to be on his way to his second successive century. He lost Batty on 36, he was LBW to Jamie Overton at 319 for 7, and when Meeker edged Vernon Philander to James Hildreth for the South Africans' 4th wicket of the innings, Surrey were 8 down and still 33 runs shy of the follow-on avoidance target. So they would have been pleased that they had John Lewis at number 10, a man who certainly knows one end of a bat from the other. Having said that, they could have done without losing Maynard on 89 with 7 runs still required. He chipped Peter Trigo to Craig Overton at mid-wicket. George Edwards survived the last 4 balls of Trigo's over, and then Lewis shovelled Dockrell to the fine leg boundary to take the heat off the last pair. They had done their job. But they still wanted to keep Somerset out in the field for as long as possible, and Edwards again showed that he is no rabbit with the bat, as he played a couple of shots most number 11s could only dream of. With Lewis heading into the 40s, the last pair put on 28 runs to take the total to 388, something Surrey would have been happy about, having been 193 for 5 at one point. Lewis was finally bowled by Dockrell for 42, and that gave Somerset a first innings advantage of 124, a very handy one to have with 5 sessions of the match still remaining. However, they were unable to then take the game away from their hosts. Arul Sapaya, one of the first innings centurions, made only 10 this time. He then nicked Lewis behind. Alex Barrow stuck it out for 3/4 of an hour in scoring 9. He edged Meeker to Batty to go with only 24 runs on the board. And when Hildreth got a thin edge as he tried to drive Meeker, his side were on 30 for 3 and now led by 154. 92 runs were then added by Craig Kieswetter and Nick Compton in only 20 overs as Somerset came back at their opposition. Under lights, Kieswetter helped a ball from Edwards over the ropes, while Compton did what Compton has been doing all season as he tries for 1,000 runs before the end of May. The final session of the day, though, belonged to the home side, with Meeker causing the damage. He found the leading edge of Kieswetter's bat to have him caught by Rory Hamilton-Brown for 43, and the same pair combined to get rid of Trigo for 4. The batsman probably won't be viewing these highlights for too long. Compton's innings was suddenly becoming a key one, and this shot took him to yet another 50. Only twice in 8 championship innings this summer has the former Middlesex man failed to get at least a half-century. But it was Surrey who finished the day the stronger. Meeker, again bowling with real pace, bagged his 5th wicket by bowling Craig Macheda for 10. And then the big one as Compton top-edged a short-arm pull-off Chris Jordan to the first ball after he'd made his 50. There was also a worry for Philander, who was hit on the hand by Jordan. Surrey had their tails up. Somerset would have been pleased that the day ended when it did. They now have a lead of 278 runs with 3 wickets in hand going into the final day. They resume on 154 for 7 in a match which is now very difficult to call.